Hey guys, it's Ebsy here. Today we are going to be talking about the Destiny reveal that happened yesterday. I've had a good opportunity to look into the video, find out exactly what was going on, and I wanted to share some of my takeaways from it. So straight away, Bungie showed us some new snow-covered areas, as you can see here. These were cool. It's nice to see a bit of changes going on in the map. This was through that sort of area there. That's kind of where they ran through. Now obviously I can't do that at the moment, so all I can show you right now is some of the SIVA stuff. So got some screenshots from the stream, which was cool. It was nice to see some of the changes, some of the updates. It was nice to see SIVA and all of its glory, to see actually what it was going to look like. I think it looks really cool. I think it's a nice update. I think it's definitely going to bring a new enemy to it, which is cool, a new thing to kind of take over the world, and that's cool. That's always good. That's going to bring some great things to Destiny. So I can't wait to kind of see how it's going to affect the gameplay and kind of where that leads us, how the missions are going to revolve around that. I think that's going to be really cool. That's going to naturally lead me on to the type of enemies that we're going to have. These splicer guys. Now, these guys are a new type. They all seem to have slightly different attributes. I've seen a couple of them here. Some of them got no legs. They're shooting these red like ball things. The shanks seem to have a much higher rate of fire, I noticed there. And generally, they're just a nice change to the enemy that we currently have. Now, I appreciate that they are a modified version of the current enemy. However, it's always nice to see changes, and you can see how these guys have evolved using the SIVA technology. They've adapted themselves. They've made themselves more hardcore. So that was cool to see. I think it will be cool to see these enemies actually within missions. I think that will be a big change for us. And we didn't really see too many of the larger boss enemies. I know we did see a few, and Deej kind of turned away from some of them and they weren't allowed in certain areas, but it's going to be cool to see some of the larger ones. The servitors look pretty cool, and some of the captains, so I'm looking forward to that massively. That will be a big change for us. So next up was this. Now we've got the Rise of Iron Gjallerwing Sparrow. Who was expecting that? Now, I think a few of us were, if I'm honest. We had an inkling that it was going to happen, and I think it was definitely expected from a good few people. That's not to say that it wasn't a surprise for some. So, here it is in all its glory. This is the trailer. Lots of comedy music, as you can probably hear in the background. Lots of well-cut thumbs up and praying and no-handed sparrow racing. I don't know. I'm not sure about this. I think it's a good addition. It's a cool thing to have. As with many of the sparrows, they are cool to have and cool to show off. They don't really bring anything to the game as such, other than a trophy. So, I'm not sure. I think, it's cool, but it doesn't really change the game. There is also going to be a non-iron version available, which you'll see now. This is going to be available through Eververse Trading, so I guess you're going to have to buy that. So if you don't pre-order it and you really want one, you can buy a white one. That is an option for you there. So a nice little incentive to pre-order. I know I've got mine pre-ordered, done, ready to go. So that's kind of what's dropped as such. So the next thing, now Deej, I'm not sure if Deej dropped a bit of a bombshell here, whether he meant to do it, or whether it was just something that happened, whether he did it completely by accident. I don't know. There was lots of fumbling around, dropping out of the map and stuff, so that seemed legit, but whether the next part was, I don't know. So Deej went into his menus, as you can see here, and the light level on his character was 355. Now that's an increase on the current 335, and you can see here formerly Penitent 355. So that seems to be the new light level. Now that's not confirmed, that is very much unconfirmed. However, it seems to be the case. Now, one other thing that was noticed, now I didn't actually notice this in the video, this was noticed by a user on Reddit. I saw some inklings on Twitter. One of the guys that was playing, called Guess What, he actually noticed or picked up something. Guess what? Found a Dorment SIVA cluster. Now, Dorment SIVA cluster, what's one of those? We don't know yet. No one knows. There's lots of speculation, as you would imagine. Reddit's going crazy. People think they're calcified fragments. Other people think they're them 4 weapons that you used to get randomly in the Cosomodrome. You know, it was things like that. Whether we're going to be able to adapt armor to use SIVA to increase our abilities, that would be cool. I would be all over that. Get some SIVA armor, add some of that, add functions to it, add attributes to gear. That would be cool. So there's lots to think about there, guys. Overall, I liked it. I quite liked the look of it. They didn't give us much. It was very limited, but obviously, you know, we're 2 months away. So let's wait and see. You know, it's always nice to see a little glimpse, but we don't want too much. So I've been Ebsy. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, drop a like, drop a sub, and there will almost certainly be a video up and running again very soon. Cool. I'll catch you guys later.